down in here. So if we go to the exact same thing we just talked about, where he postures up and gets out of the way and I jump up on him. You guys get to see it first, you guys can see it second. When I talked about getting my knee underneath me and throwing my hips over, but sometimes they can get kind of big and strong, like this dude, yeah. So if he grabs me like this, what I'm gonna do, a lot of times when they grab, they're gonna start driving me back towards the wall. I'll scooch my butt out and I slid my arm in, sorry, you guys get to see it first, and then I set up what's called a guillotine. So as soon as he starts pushing me back, I get my butt out of the way. I can lock my feet like this. My hand is already around his neck. I just go to my fingers and lift like so. Let's try the opposite side, sir, so the girls can see it. So when I'm up like this, don't move. I'm gonna move my butt first so I have room around my torso, like this. If I stay super glued to him, I might not be able to get my hand in there. So when I feel him moving, I shoot my butt back and get the arm inside. Do me a favor, lift this arm like you're swimming, like that. See how it's in there? And then the other hand comes in and they lock together somewhere around here. And that's where we finish with that guillotine, okay? So back up to where we started. So he's postured up. I'm gonna sit up on him. I don't feel the sweep coming, so I shoot my butt back and get the guillotine set up and then lock that guillotine up from there.
But rewind, finish right there.
Yep.
Steer his feet out when he's got the guillotine. It's really important you do this because then he can't get it, he can't
pass guard or anything like that.
This keeps him from getting away from that guillotine.
The guillotine is kind of like, if you ever played video games, you have a health and energy bar. The guillotine is something that makes that health and energy bar go straight to the bottom. Very exerting. So I'm taking my knees and my feet and going towards that wall, and I'm taking my hands and my shoulders and going to this wall. So I go here, I go like that. If I don't have a lock guard, I'm only using my arms. And you can see in MMA fights, they'll slap that guillotine on real quick, and then a minute later they're getting pummeled because they lost all their energy trying to yoke the guy up. So it's really exerting to do this. If I get locked in here and I've got the position, I can save some of the energy from my upper body by using my legs to push on him. So I squeezed him and took him that way, and his head stayed here. We know what guillotines do, right? You know, the analogy I got recently, I got a coach about 2 years now, he's a new coach for me. He was like, no, it's not the cut of the head, it's putting the head in the basket. So if you get really low on this thing, his head's not in the basket. Guillotines had a basket on him, right? And so now I'm like, ah. So I gotta make sure I put his head in that basket when I'm sending myself backwards so I can lock my hands and then stretch and pull, poor guy.
Can I see your hands when you do that?
Yes, ma'am. Let's go from the beginning. Sit up top.
Sorry.
Yep, so
Are you using S grip for that?
I'm like this.
Okay.
Oh, okay. That's what I wanted.
The reason I do this is this puts the blade of my radius?
Your radial bone, yeah?
My radial bone straight up into his neck. I don't want to go flat with it. I want it to cut. So it is a little bit of a knife thing. So when I pop up here, as I go backwards with my butt, I send this thing into the hole. And as I settle myself back down, I grab like this. I don't like using my thumb. So, like that. And then all this comes up. Yeah, like that. Does that make sense?
Yeah. So
We
one
come
on
set.
one.
She's got it?
One-on-one grip.
Yes, thank you.
All right, cool beans. All right, let's go do that.